Proverbs 24:16. For though a righteous man may fall 7 times, he still gets up. But the wicked stumble in bad times. I think this quote is one that speaks to me very strongly. This Bible verse speaks to me very strongly because there is no righteousness in, I guess, success without any failure. And I don't see almost any good if someone achieves something without any sort of struggle. And I feel like if someone is given, let's say, success, let's say blessings, but they don't see it as blessings, that person will become very bitter. And I think it's a direct correlation to the harder of a life you have, the more you fall in life, the more struggles that you go through, in a sort of way, you're blessed. Because you're falling, and in that fall, you have a choice to either stay down or to get back up. And it's as simple as that. It's not overcomplicated. It's not hard to understand, but it's hard to do. It's hard to get up when you're down. And I think the second part of that verse, the wicked stumble in bad times. I guess it sort of it shows where if your heart isn't in it, whatever it is you're doing, whether it's a career, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a passion, whether it's trying to build a hobby, if you don't have this drive or this ability or this, call it whatever you want to call it, just this relentlessness, to not give up. It's not even about wanting to accomplish. It's more about never accepting defeat. In life, the most successful people, I don't think they're successful because they want to be successful. I think that's part of it. But I think what it is they fear. They fear failure. They hate failure. They are disgusted by the idea of them being a loser, feeling like a loser, hating the idea of themselves not winning. They know nothing else. And that really gets tested when you fall. Because for 7 times the righteous man falls, 7 times he gets up. So that means no matter what fall, no matter how many times, 7 out of 7, every time out of every time, you're going to get back up. If you're righteous, if you're relentless, if you can't give up. And I think that that's the number one thing that changes a person. And it's the number one thing that separates you from the rest. It separates you from other people, is not accepting defeat, not giving up. No matter how delusional you sound, no matter how wrong you might be, how foolish you might seem, you're not gonna accept defeat. You're not gonna stay down. No matter what, you keep pushing forward. And when you fall, you take it as a blessing. those struggles in your life, I really encourage everyone out there listening, because I wish my past self heard this, and I wish someone had said it in a way for me to better understand it. Because a lot of people ask things like, oh, but why me? Or like, why God? Why me? Why do I get these things? Or why do I have to have these responsibilities? Why are all these bad things happening to me? And it could be for multiple different reasons. I don't know exactly what's happening in everyone's life. I don't know what type of struggles people are going through. And I ask myself those questions at times. But I think if we reframe that into thinking, what is this trying to teach me? And saying, no matter what struggle comes along, I'm going to take the best out of it, and I'm going to learn from the worst of it. I think that's the only way to look at life. I think that's the only way you can really, that's success. That to me is a successful mindset. That to me is a strong person, a strong character, a powerful energy. And I think if you don't have that, you're gonna crumble. I think if you can't think like that, you're going to stumble in hard times, in bad times. So I encourage everyone out there, and I wish my past self had understood this better. No matter what comes towards your way, understand that it's challenging you for a reason. The struggle is there for a reason, whether it was caused by you or someone else. Whether it's deserved or not should never be the question. It should be how. It should be, what can I learn? And the why, you can't get stuck on that. Because if you get stuck on why is this happening to me, your brain will sort of go on this negative loop. Instead, ask, if you don't know why this is happening to you, what's it trying to teach me? What can I learn from it? What is my struggle, and how can I get back up? I'm falling right now. Maybe I don't know why. Maybe I don't know what I'm trying to learn or what I'm going to learn from this, but how can I get back up? And this is difficult for me to talk to the camera right now and make up things as I go along and talk to the audience out there who I can't even see. I was nervous before making this, and that's the one thing that just kept going through my mind, is like, you can't let the next hour go by without at least trying, without attempting, without getting back up. I've recorded a few videos already because I fell, in that metaphorical sense. I failed video after another until I got to this one. And even this one, as I'm speaking, there are thoughts going through my head, negative ones, positive ones. You have to be able to let those negative ones come by. Sort of listen to them, but don't obey them. Because everyone's going to have some sort of doubt. Everyone's going to have a negative thought. What matters is how you think of it after and what you do after. Your actions after the thought. I think if you can leave with one thing, it's the verse itself. No matter what, 7 out of 7, 100 out of 100, 700 out of 700, every single time, some sort of struggle, some sort of fall, some sort of bad experience, bad thought, bad feeling comes to you, that in itself is a fall, and you either have a choice to stay down or to get back up. And I guarantee you that if you ever make the choice to stay down, knowing it or not, you'll just fall so much deeper and you'll sink so low to the point where you won't even have a recollection of the thought of getting up isn't even an option anymore in your head, because you've went so deep into this, it could be anything, into this hole is what it feels like. And I think we've all been there in some sort of way or another. We've all experienced that. And we've all experienced getting back up. We all have the power to. So, next time, some sort of struggle, some sort of fall, no option. Get back up. Use your heart, use your mind. And if those aren't strong enough, use your will to just get up and keep pushing forward. 7 out of 7 times. Ask yourself, what is your fall? And what do I need to do to get up?